in. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Drop a one in the chat if you can hear me. I want to make sure that you can hear me before we even get going in this conversation, all right? So put a one in the chat if you can hear me. If you see me looking over here, I'm just trying to find the live on this video so that I am able to chat and communicate with you guys, all right? Now, I'm not going to be on here long, but I definitely did want to pop in and say what's happening, see what's happening, and see how everyone is doing. I know that we have so many new women, so many new members in our group, and I just want to say hello, hello, hello to each and every one of our brand new wise sisters. Look, we have a lot going on and we have a lot coming up for 2024. And so I want for us all to take part in the expansion of what God is doing in this ministry and in our lives. And so again, before we even get started, I want you to put a one in the chat. Let me know that you can hear me. Put a one in the chat. Let me know that you can see me. I just want to make sure that you can hear me before we even go any further than this. All right. So put a one in the chat. Let me know that you can hear me. Put a one in the chat. Let me know that you can see me. Hey, Ava. Hey, Faye. It's so good to see you ladies. Can you all hear me? Can you put a one in the chat if you can hear me? I just want to make sure before we go forth with this, I can see myself, so I know that I'm live, but I want to make sure you all can hear me. So if you could just put a one in the chat, if you can hear me, then I'll be able to proceed to give you what you need. All right, let me stop. All right, look, y'all, happy Friday, and happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you. I hope that your Thanksgiving was absolutely phenomenal and that it brought you a lot of joyous memories. And if it did not, I pray that God gave you the peace that surpasses all understanding, that got you through that day and allowed for you to be here on today. I know that oftentimes we get so wrapped up in the holidays and what we're doing that we really forget that sometimes people have a very difficult time around this year. And so my heart extends out to those women, those families who may be having a difficult time this year. I want to be able to give you guys joy where you need it the most, okay? And so I want to make sure that everybody is taken care of and that I can help as best and as much as I possibly can, okay? So if there's anything that I can do to serve you or help your family, please be sure to DM me, all right? Now look, y'all, I know that today is Black Friday, but today we kind of bypassed the Black Friday, honestly, because I was a little tired after cooking and doing all the things. I just wanted to take a break today and rest. And so that's exactly what I did. But going through the weekend into Cyber Monday, we have some phenomenal things that are coming out. We have some amazing deals, amazing opportunities for you to really be involved to elevate and transform going into the new year. And so that's really what I wanted to talk to you guys about on today. All right. So if you saw my post a little bit earlier, I'd say that we got some fire opportunities coming out this weekend, and I was going to go live so that I can explain the benefits of each and every one of them, because one or two may benefit you more than another, right? So we want to make sure that you all get what it is that you need. So one of the things that I decided to do was to try to give packages that will meet all the women where they are, whether it's the woman that wants to go to the retreat, the woman that needs mentorship, the woman who's more intentional about her life and wants to be more intentional by way of the journals that we offer, or maybe she wants to take advantage of all three. But I wanted to break them down so that you can really have an understanding of how these will benefit you and how you can maximize your growth, maximize your elevation, maximize your transformation. Just because it's Black Friday, that does not mean that you need to go buy everything on sale. If it's not going to benefit you, then why do you need to purchase it? If it's not going to help you in the long run, then why do you need to purchase it? Hey, Anna. Hey, Carolyn. Hey, Vanessa. So good to see you guys. Hey, Lakeisha. Hey, Yasma. Yasma, please forgive me if I'm butchering that, sis, but it's good to see you. So the purpose of us breaking it down this way is so that you can really see what it is that you need, and so that you're not just buying something impulsively that's just on sale, or something that you feel like you've been wanting or needing and really don't, and then it's a waste of money, and then you get buyer's remorse and you get buyer's regret. And so I wanted to go live so I can explain to you the benefit of how these different opportunities will help you. All right. So for those of you who may not know me, I am Tabitha. I am the visionary leader here at WOW, where we embody the mind of Christ and exude the heart of God in the marketplace and beyond. And so what I do is I teach women of faith who typically operate at a very high level. I teach them how to go from being stuck to soaring, right? So that they're able to go into new territories gracefully and fearlessly. Sometimes we get stuck where, no matter where it is that we are in business, sometimes we just get burnt out. Sometimes we get mentally exhausted. Sometimes we just find ourselves in a place of transitioning. And so when God has women of faith in business shifting through the different levels of grace, through the different levels of glory, sometimes it may get a little bit convoluted and confusing. And so that's what I do. I come in and I help women re-energize their momentum and get them moving forward into the divine destination for which God has called them, okay? So without further ado, I'm going to tell you guys about what we're offering throughout this weekend, all right? And you want to make sure you go to wild246.com so that you are on our mailing list so that you will have access to this, all right? So the first one is the name your price deposit. Now, if you all are familiar with Progressive, the auto insurance company, hey, Farika, hey, Vanessa, hey, Victoria, so good to see you. If you all are familiar with Progressive, the auto insurance company, right? And like, name your price to, or name your price, right? I really like that spin. I really like that spin because sometimes we have to meet people where they are. No matter if we're in business, no matter if we're in ministry, in our families, wherever it is, sometimes we just got to really meet people where they are. And so that's what Progressive did. Progressive said, you know what? We can't have something where there's a one size fit all when we know that we have uniquely individual customers. And so they created this system called Name Your Price. And that basically gives you access to name the price by way of choosing which services you need versus getting a bunch of stuff that you don't and then paying more than what you really need to pay. And so that's what we decided to do with the retreat. Name your price deposit. So right now the deposits are $200. And that is what gets you in the door. That's what secures your seat. That's what secures your place at the all-inclusive Power Core Retreat 2024. Now, let me give you a little bit of background about the Power Core Retreat 2024. It's not like anything you've ever experienced. It's not just another conference. It's not just another girls' trip. This is a very, very intentionally curated experiential retreat, right? That is designed to revive you, refuel you, and refill you. Some of us run on empty. Some of us run on fumes. And some of us operate at a very high level of stress, whether we're pouring out in our businesses, we're pouring out into our families, we're trying to build stuff from the ground up. We still got to work our 9 to 5. Some of us are wives, some of us. So we got so many different things going on. And when you pour out into so many different places, sometimes that pouring back into you is not reciprocated. Sometimes you're not even appreciated for some of the stuff that you do. And so what I've done was, as a wife, as a mother, as a speaker, as a leader, as a nurse, as an entrepreneur, pouring out into all these different places, I said, Lord, we need to be poured back into, and not just any kind of way, but in a powerful way that transforms, that gives us what we need. Because the fact of the matter is, sometimes we're trying to get to a particular place, but we can't because we don't have the clarity. Sometimes we're trying to get to a particular place, but we can't because we're running on fumes. Sometimes we're trying to get to the next level of glory or the next level of elevation or going into the new dimension, but we can't because we're stretched so thin. And so what this retreat is curated to do is to pour back into you in such a powerful way that it creates the clarity, the momentum, the longevity, the connection, the love, the revival that you need to press forward into achieving those goals, into achieving that ministry, into writing that book, whatever it is. Sometimes we don't need another business conference, right? Because we have the information that we need. Sometimes we don't need just another girls trip because those don't really do what they need to do even when you burnt out. Yes, it may be a temporary solution, but what we're offering at this retreat is a permanent solution to a temporary situation. You are temporarily burnt out. You are temporarily procrastinating. You are temporarily overwhelmed. You are temporarily. So what we're offering you is a permanent solution of having groundwork and principles, having what you need to take you through the endurance required for you to get to the next level. And so no, it's not just another girls trip. And no, it's not just another business conference where you're going to just hear a bunch of people speak. So this is where you get involved. This is where you get to be poured into in ways that you've never been poured into. You're going to have a tea party where we're going to do a perfume exchange. We're going to have a prayer board party, and it's nothing like a vision board party. It's a worship experience that breaks chains, right? That breaks chains and allows for you to really be who God has called you to be. And so that's what this retreat is about. It's about refilling you in the places where you need it the most so that you are able to really go from point A to point Z in no time, all right? So that's what the Power Core Retreat is about. I know that if you are a woman of faith in business, if you are a woman of faith in ministry, if you are a woman of faith in media, if you are a woman of faith in your family, if you are a woman of faith just operating in the marketplace or operating in this world in your purpose, then you need to be poured into. You need to be filled. You need to be watered. You need to be empowered. You need to be encouraged. You need to know the truth about who God says you are. That's what this retreat is about. That's what we're doing. All right. And so I want for you guys to make sure that during this time where we're doing the name your price deposit, you can name your price. You can name the price. So whatever you are able to deposit at this particular time, and it's only available through this weekend. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Once Monday comes, it's back to $200 deposit or paying all the way in full. All right. So take advantage. If you want to be at the retreat and you know that you have the way to do it, and that deposit is a little hefty right now, is where you will really be able to take advantage of getting your deposit in and securing your spot at the all-inclusive 2024 Power Pour Retreat. So that means once you get into Atlanta, everything else is paid for. All right. So if you're flying in, you get picked up, you get transportation from the airport into our location. You get the transportation back from our location to the airport, to all of the activities. Transportation is provided. All of your food and all of your beverages are provided. The boards that you need for the prayer board party is provided. All of the things for the tea party, for the Nigerian night, everybody will have their own wrap that's provided. For the most part, you just need to show up with your bottle of perfume and ready to be filled. That's all you need to do. Show up, ready to be filled. The only thing we're asking is you bring a bottle of perfume for the prayer, for the tea party perfume exchange. Other than that, everything is paid for. You just show up. All right. You show up and everything is handled for you. That's what we are doing. All right. So this is the time for you to name your price. You name the deposit. Once the link goes live, which it should go live at midnight, I will post it in the group, and then you'll just be able to put in whatever amount that you want to pay for your deposit. You put that there, and then every single month, you will get an email every other week to put your payment down on the retreat. All payments must be paid in full before, I think it's March is when we have the date set up, but I have to confirm that. I do believe it's March 2024, where we want for everybody to have their full payments in. But don't let that stress you. All right. This is when you take advantage of the name your price deposit. That link should go live at midnight, and I'll make sure that I post that in the group. You do not want to miss this. This retreat is very intimate. It's very, very intimate, so that we can really get the impact and effect of what we're trying to do here in this retreat. And we believe that intimacy is going to be the key for us to achieve the desired result that we want to out of this retreat. So spots are limited. And I will remind you that if you've already started your payment plan, then your emails went out for this month's payments yesterday. So you should check your email, check your spam, check your promotions box, and make sure you add us to your contact list so that they don't get lost in the sauce. All right. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. If you have any questions about that particular deal. All right. If it sounds good to you, put a 1 in the chat. Hey, Mary. Hey, Kim. It's so good to see you, ladies. Thank you so much for tapping in and joining me on today. I'm going to look over here. Okay. We got some comments over here. We got some comments. Look, y'all, just give me a second. I can't see the comments pop up over here, but I see the comments over here. Yes, yes, yes. You said perfume, like an oil perfume. Not like the roll-on oils, but the physical perfumes that you spray. The physical perfume that you spray. And the perfume that you choose, it should embody what a woman of God is. If that perfume speaks to you, then I want for you to get it. If it speaks to your mind, your body, your soul, and when you present it to the other woman, you are going to give the reason why you chose this particular perfume, right? Because when we think about our oils, right, we are pouring our oil out, and perfumes are a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful way to pour out into other women. I love perfume. I love to smell good. I think it's a very feminine touch to womanhood, right? And so I believe that when we are able to do that, and we're able to pour our oil out on other women, when we are able to pour our oil out for other women, we are able to make a greater impact. And so that's the essence of the perfume exchange. The perfume exchange should be a bottle of oil, not like the roll-ons, but it should be a bottle of oil, a bottle of perfume. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the big ones. It can be a 3.5 ounce perfume. All right. Make sure it's good. Make sure it smells good. Okay. So that's our name your price. Hey, Charmaine. Hey, Michelle. So good to see you, ladies. Thank you so much for tapping in. All right. So we have our name your price deposit. Okay. We have our name your price deposit. Okay. So that's going to go live. It's going to be available Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You'll be able to name your price. Hey, sis. Hey, Kiva. So good to see you. You'll be able to name your price for the retreat. All right. So that's good. The second one we had was the fixed rate group mentorship. Now we have something called the AMP lab. Now for those of you who may not know, I am a nurse and I've been a nurse for over 10 years, right? And so when I first started out as a nurse, one of the courses, well, when I was in nursing school, two of the labs that we had to do was AMP, Anatomy and Physiology 1 and 2. And so that was really the nooks and crannies of our body from head to toe, how it worked, why it worked, when it don't work, why will it stop working, every aspect of our body, right? And so what I did was I put a spin on that and I call our lab A&P. And it may not be anatomy and physiology, but it's accountability and productivity. Just as much as anatomy and physiology drives the medical field forward for whether it's diagnosing or whether it's giving a prognosis, accountability and productivity is the very same thing for your business. Accountability and productivity is the very same thing for your ministry. Accountability and productivity is the very thing that you need to get from stuck to soaring, for you to get from procrastination to prosperity, for you to get from not being here to being there, right? So that's what accountability and productivity is. And what I've learned over my years as a nurse, what I've learned over my years as an entrepreneur, what I've learned over my years as a mother, right, as a wife, and just as a human being, is that accountability and productivity is the recipe for success. If you are accountable to yourself, and you're accountable to your vision, you're accountable to who God has called you to be, you're accountable to what God has called you to do, and you are proactive, and you are actively pursuing that, and you are taking action every single day towards the desired outcome, towards your healing, towards your breakthrough, towards the strategy on executing whatever it is in your business, between accountability and productivity, that is where success lies, right? You are able to achieve your desired outcome much faster if you are accountable and if you are productive. Sometimes we confuse being busy with being productive. You can be busy doing a whole lot of nothing. But when you are productive, you are very, very intentional about the energy activities that you are doing to produce the desired outcome that you want for your business. If you're trekking with me, put a 1 in the chat. And so what I am big on is I'm very big on accountability, and I'm very big on taking action, which is why every morning you'll see my action word of the day is this, because every day I'm very intentional about taking action to get the desired outcome that I want to see in my business, in my family, in my ministry, in my community, or whatever it is that I am doing for that particular day. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if I'm making sense. Put a 1 in the chat if you're tracking with me. All right. So the point of the accountability and productivity lab is to do it in a group setting. What I also know from being a nurse, from being an entrepreneur, is that when people are in a group, they tend to thrive better. They tend to thrive more, and they tend to thrive faster. Because sometimes what one person doesn't know, another person knows. And instead of you gleaning from only one person's experience or one person's knowledge base, now you're able to glean from the experience of 5 or 10 wonderfully wise women who come from many different spectrums of experience, right? And you will gain much more in a group type of accountability and productivity setting than you would in an individualized one. And so I believe that accountability and productivity is not just better, faster, and more fun together, but I believe that you will be able to reach the desired outcomes that you want faster. All right. And so what we're doing is right now, the accountability lab is $50 per month. This group coaching session is $50 per month, which includes one live group session each week, and one live and one recorded, or one homework. So it'll be a homework assignment that goes alongside of the live session that we studied for that week. And then you'll do that every single week. So right now it's $50 per month, and it launches in January. We're launching in January. But with the fixed rate group membership, you will be able to lock your rate in at $25 a month for the first 3 months of the year. So let me break that down. So if you get your group membership right now, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday, for the first 3 quarters of the year, your price is $25 a month. So for the first 3 quarters, you will pay $75 for 3 months worth of group coaching. Does it make sense what I'm saying? For the first 3 months of the year, you can get group accountability and productivity coaching for $75. Now we're opening this space up right here to 10 to 12 women because, again, intimacy. We want it to be very intimate. Intimacy creates impact, right? And we're really, really about the impact that we are able to create within the realm that we are operating in, which is you, women of faith in business, all right? And so if you want to go to the next level, if you want to go from procrastination to prosperity, if you want to go from stuck to soaring, if you want to go from burnt out to breakthrough, then I suggest that you get in on this group AMP lab. This is where we will be building. This is the foundation of our top of the year plan. All right. You want to be in a place where somebody is going to put a demand on who God called you to be, where someone is going to reveal to you. Sometimes we can't see what God is calling us to do because we're in it. But when you have people outside of you that's rooting and celebrating for you, you're going to find the strategy. You're going to find the roadmap. You're going to gain the connection that you need to really take you from 0 to 100. And I know this from personal experience. All right. So we want to make sure you're taking advantage of that fixed rate group mentorship. Like I said, right now it's $50 per month. It's $50 per month. We launch in January for Black Friday weekend, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. You lock in your rate of $25 per month with this 50% off, 50% off, but only valid this weekend. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you're trekking. Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Excellent. All right, on to our next offer. All right, on to our next offer. We have our half off our intentionality journals. All of our intentionality journals right now are digital. They will be in print at the top of the year, first quarter of the year. We will be putting these in print. So for now, they are digital, but they are a wonderful digital companion for what it is you need. Intentional breakthroughs. If you're looking for a breakthrough, if you're looking to go deeper with God, that intentionality journal is for you. It's a comprehensive companion that has a Bible study method. It has a place for you to pray, a place for you to test the spirit and get a response. This journal is one of my favorites. It's a 3-month journal. It's a 3-month digital journal. They will all be 50% off this weekend. We have one that's called Me Time. How many times have you been able to sit with yourself this past week? Just sit with yourself, by yourself, for yourself, and think and spend time with yourself and clear your thoughts. For me time is very imperative. For me, spending time alone, I have to spend time by myself. For me, being in a moment of still quietness is a requirement for me, which is where these journals come from. Ladies, I journal. I am an avid journaler. I got a prayer journal, a business journal. I have a regular me time journal. I got a Bible study journal. I'm not saying you need all these journals, but it's just the way that I am able to create the life that I imagine and that I want to live, and it's through journaling. And so our intentionality journals, which are all digital, they're easily accessible. They will be 50% off. So if you are a woman that is looking to go deeper with God, that is looking to live a more intentional life, that is ready to be more intentional about your breakthroughs, then this particular offer is for you. All of the intentionality journals will be 50% off. And again, all of these deals go live at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Midnight Eastern Standard Time. All right. And then lastly, we have the pre-orders for our boxes. So for some of you, you may not know, but I own a Buy It Candle company, which is located in Atlanta, Georgia, where we hand pour luxury soy wax intentionality candles, specially designed with grace to inspire, uplift, and encourage you, and to set the atmosphere of whatever intention it is that you want. And so what we will be doing is we have our boxes. We have some amazing scents coming out. Let me see. Let me grab one. Uh-oh. All right. So we have our boxes coming out. We got our boxes coming out. Oh, these are our candle making kits. Oh, okay. So this is something else that we have rolling out. These are our candle making kits. You will be able to make your own candle. You get two vessels. You get the wax. You get the wicks. You get the labels. You get everything. This isn't what I wanted to show though, because that's not the deal that we talking about right now. We're talking about the intentionality candle. So let me get that for you. I'm sorry. That will be here. Yeah. All right. So boom, we got our intentionality journal, our intentionality boxes. And so this is a 16-ounce candle. Hallelujah. Listen, y'all, I can't make it up. And I'm not being biased because I made this candle, but this candle right here, this one right here, it don't get no better, I promise you. All right, look. So this is it just makes me happy. All right. So, excuse me. This is a 16-ounce triple wick candle. The scent that we have here is violet and roses. This is our wow scent because literally when you smell it, all you can do is say wow. It smells phenomenal. I promise you, I'm not even making it up. But the beauty in these is that you can reuse the tin can for whatever it is that you want. They are recyclable. You will get a box of wax melts, which comes with a pretty little container to put on top of the wax melter so you don't have to clean it. We'll also have an RX card. I know people are really into affirmations. I'm more into like scriptures, right? Like scripture-based affirmations because those are truthful and those are more in line with what we do here. And so we have some RX cards that will come in here. You will get an anointing oil, you'll get pin, and you will get post-its. And each month, the candles will be different. Each month, the candles will be different. So we're prepping those. We're getting all those boxed up and ready to ship out. So we will be taking pre-orders for the boxes. All right, we will be taking pre-orders for the boxes. Okay. We have so much happening, y'all. Like tap in. It's so much going on, and I'm so excited for all of the things and all of the people. We do. I still have books available. This is I am a author, right? I've authored 2 books. I am an Amazon best-selling author, right? And so this right here, this particular book, is called The Audacity to Be Empowered, and this is your blueprint to empowerment. This is your absolute blueprint to empowerment. It's so powerful. This book is such a powerful book. It's an anthology of just many, many women. So many different guides, reflections, places for you to journal and for you to write in. It's not just another regular read, but this right here is the blueprint for you to really be empowered to take the next step, for you to really be empowered to do that thing that needs to be done. And so we have a plethora of resources, and we have a plethora of opportunities, and we have a plethora of things that are happening within our community that are available to you to take advantage of, to really go deep and to really elevate and to really soar, right? We'll be back next week. Excuse me. We will be back next week going live. This last week was the holiday, so it got a lot of stuff just happened. The week before then, we were a little busy, and so we took a break. But next week, we're back at it like a jackrabbit. All right, and so I did want to look. This is the part of the book that I have written, that I wrote, and it's called The Audacious Woman, because I believe that you have to be audacious. You have to be audacious when it goes to going after your dreams. You have to be audacious when it comes to going after your purpose. You have to be audacious when it comes to really showing up, right? Like you got to be audacious. And so this particular book is not just the blueprint to your empowerment, but my chapter is the blueprint to show you how to be an audacious woman, to be who God has called you to be. And so I'm just going to read just a little bit so that you can know what you're getting yourself into. And we will be taking orders for this as well, too, so you can make sure you grab your copy. So The Audacious Woman. In the beginning, there was audacity. Have you ever felt overwhelmed, under pressure, and like the weight of the world rested on the blades of your shoulders, but kept working purposefully? Have you ever received an assignment so great that you didn't know if you could truly live up to it, but continued to diligently obey? Are you the one chosen and set apart to break the generational curses and unlock generational blessings? If you answered yes to any of these questions, it is safe to say that you absolutely have the audacity to be empowered. So I want for you guys to make sure you grab your book. It's such a powerful book. It's such a powerful chapter, and it's such a life-changing guide that you don't want to miss out on it, all right? So you can hit me up so that you can get your copy of this as well, all right? So look, we got a lot happening. I'm going to be going back live tomorrow to give you guys some updates again about what we have coming forward for the 30 days of real joy. Our fast, that's coming up December 1st through the 3rd. And then our joy drive, right? Our joy drive. And so I hope that you guys meet me here tomorrow so that I can get you guys updated as far as how the next couple of weeks will be moving forward. Keep your eyes out for the prayer and fasting guide. I always offer a free prayer and fasting guide, a companion to go along with our fast. Next month, December 1st through the 3rd, our fast is going to be around joy. Our fast is going to be about joy. All right. And it's very beautiful. It's a very beautiful, very deep. You're going to be very transformed. As I was meditating and I was studying for, and I just got so many different revelations, and God was just doing so many different divine downloads on the inside of me that I can't wait to share them with you. All right. So we got our 30 days of real joy. We got the spotlight coming back. We got our fast coming up. And then we have our joy drive, which is where we will be taking donations so that we are able to feed another woman in her family for Christmas dinner. All right. We want to make sure that we are able to feed another woman's family for Christmas dinner. And so that's what the joy drive is about. All right, ladies. I'm a little bit over time, but I appreciate you. I thank you. I honor you for being here, and I'm grateful that you decided to join the Council of Wise Women. Send me a friend request if we aren't connected already on Facebook. Follow me if we aren't already connected. Make sure you pin the group and set your notifications. I am one follower, one subscriber away on my YouTube channel for being able to go live. So go ahead, hit me up, follow me, subscribe on YouTube so I can go live. I'm super excited about that particular milestone. So if you all would be so generous and kind to hop over on YouTube and subscribe to my channel, it's at Tab will be new. Of course, I'm on Tab will be new at TikTok, by Kenzel Company on Instagram. I love you guys, and I pray that this is something that you guys are looking forward to, the growth of the group and how you fit into all of this, all right? Remember that God is in the midst of you, which means that you cannot, you will not, you shall not fail. So no matter what the darkness is, be the light so that when you show up, they see God's best. I love you guys, and I'll talk